But there are some parameters in the water that are not okay. Maybe the water contains iron, maybe the pH is low, the water, the alkalinity, the ammonia level. These are part of the things that cause mortality. It's not about hatching fish and they come in. I will take you to the fish that are hatched now and you will see they are dropping so many of them. The numbers always come out large. But how do you handle it? That's where experience comes in. If you look at the fish here, you will see that there are different sizes. If you look at them very well, you see that some are big and some are small. If we leave them like this, we will not get the best result. So it's part of the work that is involved. As they are coming up like this, we have to do what we call sorting. Grade them according to their size. If you don't grade it, the smaller ones will be getting smaller. They will be scared to eat. Yeah, they might not even pick the size of the feed that you put. You know, their feed come in different sizes. We have 0.2, 0.3, 0.5, 0.8, you know, and the feeding is according to size. So when you allow them to grow in such a way that, like they are growing now, their sizes are not even. If you don't do anything about it, you find out that the bigger ones, they are the ones who call shooters. If you look into the pond, there are some, they are very big. Look at that one there. If you look down, you will see them. What they specialize in eating fish. So they will keep reducing the number of fish you have if you don't do anything about it. So, you know, from time to time we sort, grading them according to their sizes so that they will have a better chance of survival. How good the parents that you use, very important. The parents you use for the hatching. How good they are will determine how early you will get your fingerling, you get your post. Now, the buyers, the people that are stocking, it depends on their experience. There are people that buy Ijebu, the one we call Ijebu. There are smaller sizes of the fish, but they are cheaper. People who can be able to manage them can buy them at Ijebu. And from 4 weeks, you already have Ijebu for a good one. Sometimes 3 weeks, you even have a standard Ijebu. But majority of farmers prefer to buy fingerling. When you buy fingerling, in the next 4 months, you should have a grow out. If you give them the desired environment, the desired food, water, space, at 4 months, you should have a good grow out that is weighing more than, some of them will weigh more than a kg. When people get into my farm, as much as I want to make money, I also want to be able to help other people, to advise them. The majority of the problem that people have is lack of information. People are not well informed. They just say fish business is lucrative, let's just jump into it. And when you get to a farm, you want to buy fish. Majority of people don't bother to ask you, where do you want to stock it? What do you have? What facility do you have on ground? I have, because of my experience, the challenges I passed through, I always ask, sir, ma, the 5,000, the 6,000 that you want to stock. Now, when I talk to you and realize that you are a grounded farmer, you know what you're doing is good. There are some freshers. Just because the fish is not expensive, 20 naira, you understand, at the point of purchase, they feel that, 40,000, I can buy it, but it doesn't end there. Majorly, the problem is feeding. Do you get? And there's another major problem I always address when people want to go into fish farming. Drainage. Where do you want to drain your water? When you enter my farm and say, I want to start fish business, I ask you, do you have a borehole that can supply you water? Like somebody came yesterday. The woman is actually taking water from a neighbor and she wants to do fish farming. And I say, it's not going to work. Why will it not work? You want to use another person's water to do your own business. You get? Fish farming, you must have your own water on ground so that at any particular time you'll be able to face whatever challenge is coming. For example, in this hatchery, we have a lot of challenges that have to do with water. You can just come now, look at the fish I laid now. I'm supposed to be draining the water. Now, will I say, I'm going to collect water from my neighbor. She's not at home, or whatever reason. Then you don't have water. How will you do it? I advise that woman. Another thing is, where are you going to drain your water? For people like us that are in this kind of settlements where we don't have good gutters, good roads, that the government has laid gutters, that you can easily discharge your water. If you have good drainage gutters in front of your house and all that, you don't have any issue. You will just channel your pipe and discharge your water. But when you live in an environment where there are no gutters, you know, some areas like the hinterlands where we live, and you don't have a proper drainage, and you want to do fish farming, immediately you turn the water on the road, your neighbors will begin to complain. People will, you know, you will have a lot of issues, you know, and people get to dig sock away. Sometimes I advise people to dig sock away, but it all depends on the amount of fish that you're raising. It depends on the amount of fish you're raising. So while you say food is capital intensive, what I tell people is this: take the number of fish that you can feed. You can start with 500, depending on the space you have. You don't need to lump the number. I even encourage everybody, if you want to go into big time farming, start small. Have a feel of it. For example, there's a man that came here. He works. He said he wants to start a business for his wife. And I laughed. I asked him one question. Does your wife have interest in catfish? I mean, you know, some people don't even want to touch the fish. They are irritated with the fish water. I used to be in that category. When things were working well, when I was doing work, my husband of blessed memory used to love catfish a lot. So whenever I go to buy, and you know, when the fish will splash water on me, I get angry with the seller. I say, what is that? And now I see myself swimming with catfish, because for you to be involved in catfish, you must love the fish. I mean, you must be able to handle it. I have people that work for me, but I love to do my things. While I'm working, my boys are working. Everybody's working at the same time. I can get into a pond and pack fish and sell. I can handle my fish. I'm not running away from them. So that's another part of it. It's not that fish farming is working. I will hire one person to work for me. While you sit on the sideline, you won't get the best out of it. Because once you're the one running your business, once you're not on top of it, I mean, if I'm angry with my boys, if they do something that offend me, what they want to do before they will turn their eyes, I've done it. Why? Because I have that interest. First of all, it's my business. I must be on top of the matter before any other person that is helping me. Do you get? So the interest, the issue of feeding feeding is the bulk money. And as much as you have to think of generating water too. You have to think of if you don't have light, if you're using, you have to have a standby generator in case there's no, you know, our NEPA is so good. So good. Let me put it like that. I pray that the government will still do something on that part.
I have been here taking care of Ministry of Agriculture for the past 3 years and a half. That has given a lot of stability here. That has been able to give us opportunity to move from one point to the other, laying the foundation. Today I can look back and tell you when we came here, this was the situation with fish farmers. We have increased from where we were now by over 30% in fish production. And today we are talking about building cold rooms, small scheme for our fish farmers, bringing value. And by the time the farmer knows that it's market, he is encouraged to go back. And the next year he knows that he has where to take his products to.
And smoking is also good. You can export it. You can do export on smoking. When it's well smoked, you know, it lasts longer. When you smoke it, when it's very, very dried, you understand. And the taste of smoking, some people I know that will not eat the fresh catfish, but they will eat the smoked one. So there's a lot of diversity. Even in the area of hatching. For example, you can decide I want to be selling only post-fingerling. That's 6 weeks, 7 weeks old, or maybe 8 weeks old. You can decide I'm in a hurry. I need money badly. You can decide that you'll be selling post-fryer, 2 weeks and 3 weeks old. You will sell it. the money is not much, but you push it out and hatch another one. You sell it to people that want to raise to fingerly. Some people don't hatch. They buy post fryers. They buy it, Ijebu, the one we call Ijebu. Then they raise it to fingerly and sell, raise to post fingerly and sell. It's not everybody that is able to hatch. Water too has to deal with hatching. If your water is not good, if you hatch, they won't come out. There are so many issues surrounding hatching. So some people don't go into hatching at all. They just buy the one you've raised a bit and then continue the raising. So the business has different departments.